Hey guys, this is very fast, but it's an example of how willing people are to twist a verse to make them say what they wanted to say. Okay, the Seventh-day Adventists believe in soul sleep. It's based on a misunderstanding of a verse in Ecclesiastes, but we have to take the full counsel of God. It's clear Moses and Elijah, after their death, met with Jesus on the Mount of Transfiguration. Samuel was brought up from paradise when the witch of Endor conjured him. Some people say it wasn't him. I believe it was. Scripture was clear on that. Also, the Old Testament saints got up and walked around Jerusalem, came up out of their graves at Jesus' resurrection. There's so much of that. And Paul is clear when he says it's better to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. I think it's clear he's saying it's better to depart and be with him. So we will be given a glorified body, but the word sleep is just a metaphor for those that died, saved people that died. But God is the God of the living, not the dead. And there's no such thing as soul sleep. It is not scriptural. And I gave a bunch of proofs on that. But this is how bad some people want to stick to their doctrine. The thief on the cross, Jesus told him, I tell you the truth, today you'll be with me in paradise. Now they're trying to say it says, I tell you today, comma, you'll be with me in paradise. Wait a minute. Why would Jesus need to tell him that he's speaking to him today? He knows he's speaking to him today because he's talking to him today. That would be the most ridiculous interpretation of a scripture to try to make something fit that doesn't fit. Because he's saying, see, he's not saying today you'll be with me in paradise. They added the emphasis. It's, I tell you today, you'll be with me in paradise. Like in a future time. I tell you today, like, I got to explain to you. I'm speaking to, hey, viewers, I'm talking to you today. Isn't that self-evident? Hey, viewers, I'm talking to you yesterday, but you're just not getting it. We're in a time warp. I mean, it's just silly. He said, I tell you, today you'll be with me in paradise. He was giving him hope. So this was just a perfect example. I'm not making fun, but the Seventh-day Adventists have it wrong, and I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just showing you how much people will twist scripture to eisegesis, to put their doctrine into the scripture instead of letting the scripture take out of the scripture what is actually there. I'm aware that punctuation is not originally there. But to say, I tell you today, you'll be with me in paradise. That's crazy. So I tell you, today you'll be with me in paradise. It doesn't, I just had to tell you that. Also, Emmanuel, one of my viewers, he came and visited my local church. And when my son's daddy died, we didn't find out till early February, but he had passed the last couple days of January. But he wasn't found until like the 2nd or 3rd of February. We have a photo of him, and he did a beautiful, like, pastel portrait of my son's daddy for him to put in his bedroom. So I wanted to thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. I was so touched. You gave it to the pastor, and he gave it to me today because we were out of town last week when you brought it. But I just want to tell you how grateful we are, and it just made my son smile. All right. Thank you so much. God bless.